Hello guys, today we are going to discuss about an interesting topic. Sometimes you have seen it everywhere, observe it. That is, mm, let's not talk just directly topic. I'll give you one hint. Have you ever wondered everything which is falling from the tree or wherever I'm throwing it in the sky and it is just falling down? Why it is only falling down? you know that is a question you might wonder. Why everything just falling down? I'm standing at the top of the cliff. I'm standing here in the top of the cliff. I jumped from the cliff, and I'm just going down slowly, down. Why I'm just going down? Why I'm not just going up? hmm? Everything which is falling here, why it is just going down? Why I'm standing here in the earth's surface? Why I'm not flying? These are the questions you might wonder. And you know what? Just there is one thing behind every this few interesting concepts which you might wondering around the world. That is gravitation. Yes, my dear friend, that is gravity or the gravitation. And this is the point today which you're going to study is about the gravitation. You can see a man is flying, tying the rope and just flying around the world just because there is no gravity. And if there is gravitation, do you think he will be flying without any external support? No, not at all. He will be on that Earth's surface. अरे कैसे उड़ सकता है भाई बिना किसी सरफेस के? ग्रेविटी है ना कहीं से ग्रेविटी. आपने कभी सुना होगा इस बारे में कि ग्रेविटी होता है, लेकिन कभी सोचा नहीं कि क्या हो सकता है ग्रेविटी. और पता है ये जो ग्रेविटेशन है इसके बारे में जिसने खोज किया ना, there is a one interesting person and interesting story behind the discovery of this gravitation. We'll talk about that. You can see a person sitting just under the tree, an apple tree, right? Can anyone guess who that person is? If anyone have heard about that story? Right, that person is Newton, Mr. Isaac Newton. हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं उसको न्यूटन बाबा. न्यूटन बाबा की देन है हमारी ग्रेविटेशन. He was sitting under the tree, and what happened? There is an apple falls on his head. You're saying an apple is falling on his head, and he started wondering, why an apple fall from the tree on my head straight down? Why? And when he searched the answer for this question, that concept which he was wondering, he came to know that all this thing is falling down towards the Earth's surface. That is all because of gravitation. सब कुछ ग्रेविटेशन के देन है भैया. यही न्यूटन बाबा ने बताया. अब पता है क्या, जब मैं अपने टाइम में स्टडी करता था तो अभी भी आप लोग सोच रहे होंगे यार न्यूटन के सिर पे एप्पल गिरा और जिसके चलते उसने पूरा ग्रेविटेशन के बारे में बता दिया, और वो आज पढ़ना पड़ रहा है. ओह सो बैड. क्या किया न्यूटन बाबा ने? लेकिन कहीं ना कहीं तो मानना पड़ेगा न्यूटन बाबा को. जब इस कॉन्सेप्ट के बारे में आप जानने लग जाएंगे ना, तो मानना पड़ेगा कि न्यूटन बाबा आपने जो किया ना, बड़ा कमाल का किया. खेल गए न्यूटन ने. That will say one time when we try to understand the concept, the theories which were happening all around the world just because of gravitation, then we'll say, Newton, Baba, you are the great. That will say. अभी भी कुछ लोग सोच रहे होंगे यार उसके सर पे क्यों बिना फालतू के एप्पल गिर गया, एक बड़ा सा पत्थर गिर जाता, न न्यूटन रहता, न ग्रेविटेशन होता, ना हमें पढ़ना पड़ता. बट डोंट वरी, द पर्सन, आप लोग जिनको समझ आ गया कि न्यूटन बाबा की ग्रेविटेशन के पीछे क्या क्या हो सकता है, hats off to you all. And if there's few people who are not trying to understand and don't want to study, I'll make that topic interesting for you and guaranteed you that you will fall for this topic, gravitation, and you will Thank God to Newton that yes, you promoted that concept gravitation for us. Now, that was the huge question in Newton's mind, that an apple is just falling straight down to on his head. Why not? That apple is falling like that. You just see on the text. It is not falling like that, or the falling straight, or the falling in a projectile motion. Why it is falling just straight down? Why? You see in the topic motion that behind every motion there is some external force. Without any external forces, there will be no motion. So tree is not applying any such motion, and any such forces on the apple so that it is falling down. It is just plucking out from the tree and going down. So there is no force which we are saying applied on the apple, but still it is falling down. So definitely there should be some force which you are not able to see. And just because of that, the apple is falling straight down. When I'm trying to jump from a surface on from the top of the cliff, I'm just going down. When I'm throwing a rock up, it is just coming down back. So this is the concept which Newton discovered, and that is gravitation. Everything all around the world, lots of things, everything is happening just because of gravitation. You know, the moon is revolving around this earth all because of gravitation. We are here in the solar system, in the universe, everything, each and every objects are binded to each other just because of the gravitation. Now let's see what gravitation says in a simple word. Gravitation is the attraction forces between two objects, is simple attraction forces between two objects inside the universe. You know, a small two atoms, there will be some gravitation force between that two. Let's say Earth, Moon, there is a attraction force between these two. So this, what is that all attraction forces? That is gravitation. That we will call gravitation. You know, all whatever the natural phenomena is happening around the world, the gravitation is a natural phenomena by which all things with mass or energy, including our planet, stars, galaxy, even light, are brought towards each other. That is all because of gravitation. It is attraction forces between these two objects. That is all gravitation. You know, on Earth, the gravity, just suppose whatever is happening in the object, whatever the things are just falling back on the Earth's surface, that is just because of gravitation, just because of attraction forces between the Earth and the objects, whatever is being surrounded here. Whatever the rock I'm throwing, it is coming back down to the Earth. That is because of the attraction forces between this rock and the Earth. It is falling on the surface. कितना बड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट है ग्रेविटेशन, लेकिन एक्सप्लेनेशन छोटा सा, और छोटा सा क्या, it is just an attraction force between these two objects in the universe, and whatever the phenomena is happening, that is all happening just because of this attraction force. Got it? So yes, that is a simple concept. You know, on Earth, gravity gives weight to the physical object, and Moon's gravity causes ocean to tides. Wow. You've seen tides everywhere around the sea. Yo, heavy tides happening around the seas. But you know, that is just because of Moon's gravity. Every single object which is here in the Earth, which is here around the universe, and compared to the other massive object, there will be a gravitational force between them. Just because of Moon and sea, ocean, tides, ocean, there is a gravitation force. The Moon's gravity is causing tides. I have weight on this Earth's surface. I have a physical weight of any physical body. This, my phone, weighs some grams. Yeah, it feels heavy, man. Really, it feels heavy. Why? Yes, it is because of gravitation. That object feels some weight, it got some weight just because of gravitation. So everything, look, you've never wondered, right? I have mass, but why am I weighing 60 kg, 70 kg? Why? Now you got the answer. That is because of gravitation. Correct. Let's see a simple video here. Look, these two objects, a small object and the bigger object, there is a attraction forces between them. That is all because of gravitation. This is the general simple concept. The two messy objects are placed at a distance r from each other, and there is attraction forces between these two messy objects. That is all because of gravitation. That's a simple concept to understand. Now, next, अब न्यूटन बाबा तो आए, ठीक है, ग्रेविटेशन का एक सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट बता दिया कि इट इज एन अट्रैक्शन फोर्सेस बिटवीन दिस टू ऑब्जेक्ट. अब हमें ये भी तो पता करना है ना यार कि कुछ ना कुछ तो रिलेशन होगा ना, क्योंकि ये फिजिक्स का चैप्टर है और फिजिक्स विदाउट न्यूमेरिकल्स एक्सप्रेशंस नथिंग. या फिजिक्स ही छोड़ो, किसी भी चीज को ना सिर्फ बोलने से कुछ नहीं होता, उस चीज को थोड़ा रेक्टिफाई करके एक्सप्लेनेशन देना पड़ता है ना प्रॉपर्ली. सो वही काम किया हमारे न्यूटन बाबा ने. He said that F, that is gravitation force, is directly proportional to the multiplication of that two massive object mass. That is, F is directly proportional to m and the m, where this capital M is mass of bigger object and the small m is mass of smaller object. And the next thing he said that whatever the gravitation force is here, that is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them. Here I have two massive objects. There is a distance r between them. Okay, there is a distance r between them. So whatever the gravitation forces is there between these two objects, that will be inversely proportional to square of this distance between them, that is r. So here the F is inversely proportional to the square of distance between them, that is r square. F is inversely proportional to r square. Now we are combining these two proportionality, so we will get that is F is directly proportional to m by r square. Now that's a proportionality. Oh, simple proportionality, but we cannot solve questions just with the proportionality. We need an equation, right? And how we convert an proportionality to an equation? Just by putting a simple thing, that is constant, right? So we put a capital G as a constant value, and we got the equation that is F equals to G m by r square. And you know what? This capital G is universal gravitational constant. That is the value of universal gravitation constant. And what is the value of this G? That is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So from the name you can obviously suggest it's a universal gravitation constant. मतलब अगर मैं अर्थ सरफेस पे हूं अभी और यहाँ पे अर्थ सरफेस पे हूं, तो भैया मेरे लिए ग्रेविटेशन कांस्टेंट 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 है. मैं मून पे जाऊंगा तो भी मेरे लिए उस जी का वैल्यू वही रहेगा. मैं सपोज दूसरे गैलेक्सी में चला गया, far 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 from here, और वहां जाके मैं इस कैपिटल जी का वैल्यू देखूंगा ना, तो भी मेरे लिए वही वैल्यू होगा. इसलिए तो भैया नाम दिया ना यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशन कांस्टेंट. ऐसे ही थोड़ी नाम पड़ जाएगा यूनिवर्सल ग्रेविटेशन कांस्टेंट. यूनिवर्सल मींस it is all over around the universe, it's the same, that is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11. So this is the universal law of gravitation, that is the equation for the universal law of gravitation. Okay, and that is G, which is represent the universal gravitational constant. Okay, so I've said that everything in the universe are attracting towards each other just because of gravitation, right? अर्थ है, मून है, उन दोनों पास भी ग्रेविटेशन है. ठीक है, अर्थ की ग्रेविटेशन क्या कर रहा है? मून को पुल करेगी, मून की ग्रेविटेशन अर्थ को पुल करेगी. Here you can see the two massive objects are pulling from towards each other just because of gravitation. So क्या होगा कि एक टाइम पे वो दोनों आके कोलाइड कर जाएंगे. यार कहीं पे तो उनका डिस्टेंस जीरो होगा ना, जब डिस्टेंस जीरो होगा तब कोलाइड होगा, बूम. Oh my God. इसका मतलब moon is going to collide with the earth. Shocking, right? Don't worry. It is not going to happen. Literally not going to happen. And I'll tell you why it is not going to happen. It is just few two concepts we'll get to study, and from that we can easily understand that why the moon and the earth both have the gravitational field and the both are attracting towards each other, but still moon is just in its particular place and orbiting earth. It is not falling on the earth's surface and not colliding like what it was shown here in the this cutest GIF animation, that two surfaces colliding, but not moon and the earth. So that we're going to study. The first thing, I'll explain it with a very, very, very easy concept. You just take an example that this is my earth and you are standing on this tallest building of the earth, huge tall building on the earth, top of the surface, and you have a gun, you are just shooting. Ta, ta, ta. You've shot first gun, which is here. You've taken a powerful gun, more than that. You shot another with a higher velocity, it reaches to here. Why it is going down? Just because of this, or what else that is the gravitational force is striking it towards it down. Okay, the gravitational force और जो भी बुलेट है उसको अपने नीचे खींच रहा है. तो नेक्स्ट टाइम बुलेट कहाँ पे आके गिरा? यहाँ पे आके गिरा. अब मैं क्या किया? नेक्स्ट टाइम बहुत स्पीड से उसको फिर फायर किया. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम क्या हुआ कि ऐसे फायर करते करते गया, ये अब यहाँ पे आके गिरा, फिर नेक्स्ट टाइम इस सरफेस पे आके गिरा. सो at that time what happened, I fired it with a very high velocity and it is just going down here, straight circle, and it is coming back to my point. Oh my god, hitting them back. So what, without changing this longitudinal distance, same constant, it is coming back to me. So you've seen, so what's happening next? Look here, I fired a gun, I fired a bullet from here, and it is just going down, going round and coming back to me. So this is the same thing may happen with the Earth, and just take the small point which is orbiting here, that is moon, right? That's why the moon is not falling on the Earth's surface. And you might say that moon is going to fall. Moon is going to fall, but just because of the velocity it is going to rotate, it is avoiding hitting the Earth's surface. फॉल होने जा रहा है भैया, लेकिन वो हर बार मिस कर दे रहा है अर्थ के सरफेस को. So we can say the moon is orbiting around the earth, and just because of the orbiting it is not falling on the earth's surface. But थोड़ा ये कॉन्सेप्ट हल्का सा थोड़ा मिसिंग लग रहा है कुछ यार, मिसिंग यार, लिटरली थोड़ा सा मिसिंग. अब वो मिसिंग मैं कैसे बता, जैसे एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. यही सेम कॉन्सेप्ट आप अप्लाई कर सकते हैं कि सन है और बाकी अदर प्लैनेट्स उसके अराउंड रोटेट कर रहे हैं, ठीक है. कोई एक स्मॉल सोलर सिस्टम वो भी एक गैलेक्सी के अराउंड पूरा रोटेट कर रहा है. एवरीथिंग इज जस्ट रिवॉल्विंग अराउंड द होल थिंग. ओके, सो ये सेम कॉन्सेप्ट आप कर सकते हैं. हर एक की एक ऑर्बिट है, उस ऑर्बिट से अपने ऑर्बिटर वेलोसिटी से अपने अराउंड क्या कर रहा है, वो रोटेट कर रहा है. ये सेम कॉन्सेप्ट आप उस पर अप्लाई कर सकते हैं. आपको एक मैं सिंपल से एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट्स हैपनिंग every time. Look at this cute mother earth, and small children moon is completely rotating around. Every time the earth is pushing with a hand, and it is just rotating around the earth. So this is what's happening, just the concept which we're seeing right now. But the next concept, which you are just refining it with a little more wider concept, okay? And that is, have you ever wondered, not wondered, I have just say, you've done this experiment lots of time. Yeah, obviously. आपने कभी एक रोप पे, एंड पे एक स्मॉल रॉक का टुकड़ा बांधा होगा और उसको रोटेट किया होगा, जैसे रोटेट कर रहा हूँ. What's happened? It is just completely rotating, but not falling down. Right? So ये क्यों हो रहा है? इसके पीछे क्या है रीजन? एक सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स. The centripetal force is binding this rock to the center point. Okay, what is a centripetal force? It is a center acting force which is opposing this which is causing this rock to hold here. Okay, but you've seen, अब जब मैं ऐसे घुमा रहा हूँ, सेंट्रीपिटल फोर्स उसको किसके तरफ, सेंटर की तरफ अट्रैक्ट कर रहा है, तो यार जब मैं घुमाना छोड़ देता हूँ, ओके, रस्सी अचानक से मैं छोड़ दिया, तो उसको किधर आना चाहिए, मेरी सेंटर की तरफ आना चाहिए ना। मैं घुमा रहा हूँ, इस पे आके हिट करना चाहिए, लेकिन यहाँ ये हिट नहीं करता। वो क्या होता है, कोई आंसर दे पाएगा इसका? चलो ठीक है, मैं बताता हूँ। ओके, हाँ राइट, ये क्या होता है, जहां पे जैसे मैं छोड़ता हूँ वो टेंजेंशियली वहां से उधर मूव कर जाता है। ठीक है, ये घुमा रो, यहाँ पे छोड़ा, ये घूम रहा है ऐसे ऐसे, यहाँ पे छोड़ा, यहाँ से टेंजेंशियली मूव कर जाएगा, ऐसे नहीं आएगा सेंटर की तरफ। मतलब उसको जो टेंजेंशियली उसको अवे भेज रहा है, उसके पीछे भी तो कोई ना कोई फोर्स होगा, राइट? तो जो फोर्स किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट को अवे फ्रॉम सेंटर भेजता है, उस फोर्स को अपन क्या बोलते हैं? राइट, वो फोर्स है हमारा centrifugal force. So two forces we got to know, which is acting between the center point and the rock, that is centripetal force and the centrifugal force. So the same thing is happening between this earth and the moon. There is a centripetal force and there is a centrifugal force, and the value of these forces are equal to each other. And just because the total forces are being cancelled, the earth, the moon, which is rotating around earth, it is just rotating, just because there is no net force acting it to causing, just because there is no any actual force acting on the moon. Okay, that's why it is just rotating around this earth surface with an orbital velocity. Centripetal force, centrifugal force got cancelled with each other with the same value. Okay, that's why the earth, the moon, which is rotating around the earth's surface, is not falling on the earth's surface. Thank God we got to know that this moon is not going to fall on earth's surface. So finally we are safe, thank God. Just pray from the God that moon is not falling on us. Whoa, wow, what a beautiful concept that we've known today. So this is all for today, guys, and we will see the other concepts in the next class. Okay, bye bye and thank you.